Good evening. I'm Miss Jill, and this is In the Know, Labor Day edition. So we're back after a holiday. Did you guys have a good holiday? Did you have a nice day off?
Yeah. I actually didn't do anything but rest. I had a long weekend. I had family in town. There's a wedding in my family, so it was a busy weekend, but it was a good weekend.
E, did you grill yesterday? This weekend at all?
Nope.
You didn't?
Nope. For what? I sat at home.
This
is called Labor Day.
But you didn't grill at all. You always grill.
Labor on Labor Day?
I ain't labor on Labor Day.
You always. Did you eat anything off the grill? I did.
No, I didn't.
I did.
I was just relaxed. Who is it that has that thing downtown every year? Is it the UAW?
It was the one that the township trustee partnered with. Is that what it?
Yeah, where they give away the free hot dogs.
Yeah.
And yeah. Did you go?
No, but I didn't know anything about it. This was actually the first year that I even saw anything about it, and apparently they've done it for a long time.
It's an annual event. They have it every Labor Day. They used to have it out at the GM Union Hall. What's that out there in Roanoke? They used to have it out there for the longest, but I think for the last 2 or 3 years they partnered with the city. They brought it downtown, and they gave away free hot dogs.
I saw that.
Hamburgers, and it was a lot of people out there. Every year it's a lot of people out there, so it was a good event. But no, I wasn't there. I was chilling. I didn't do anything yesterday, legitimately.
Well, that's good for us.
No labor on Labor Day. What'd you do, Jill?
I was at the lake most of the weekend, but yesterday I didn't do much of anything. I just wanted to sit and have nowhere to go. So hope you had a safe Labor Day. Speaking of that, what is Labor Day? Why do we even celebrate it? Do you know what Labor Day is? Like where it started?
I did at one point in time.
So I didn't know what it is, so I had to look it up. So basically it says that Labor Day pays tributes to the contributions and achievements of American workers and is traditionally observed on the first Monday in September, which was yesterday. It was created by the labor movement in the late 19th century and became a federal holiday in 1894. Labor Day weekend also symbolizes the end of summer for many Americans. So, first of all, I thought it was weird because I saw a post that said, do you guys celebrate Labor Day? Well, it's the same thing like, do I celebrate 4th of July? Well, yeah, because it's just another weekend for my family to get together. But we don't, celebrate it. Like you celebrate a birthday. So I kind of feel the same about Labor Day. I didn't even know what Labor Day was or where it came from.
I mean, most holidays, and I'm going to talk about my family because I don't know. I can't talk about anybody else's. Most of my family, holidays are not. It's not about the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about, hey, we get together.
Yeah.
We can have fun. We can do what we want to do. And we're just together. It's not the festivities of what's going on. It's just that, hey, we all off. We here. Why not have fun?
It's another reason to get together.
Exactly.
Play cards, talk a whole lot of trash, play dominoes. You play bones?
You don't want that smoke.
Oh man, come on! You keep talking, man. You ain't that good at you ain't that good at everything.
No, I'm not that good at everything.
Yeah.
But I'm great at a lot of things.
Yeah, you're not that great at everything. See, every time we talk about something,
I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
man. You
So
can't play no
understand-
bones. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I
So
don't like people.
another thing that I found is that Labor Day is celebrated in cities and towns across the United States. However, this is due to the Uniform Holiday Act of 1968 that changed several holidays to ensure that they would be observed on Monday, which is kind of weird. This was called the 3-Day Weekend Act, signed into law June 28th, 1968. So there's your little history lesson. I also think that yesterday was Beyonce's birthday.
So
That's important. I didn't even know that until I saw everybody
Why is that important?
everybody
Why is that important?
posting
Why is that
about it.
important?
I don't know. It was just everybody thought it was important because it was all over the place. So
I didn't post about it.
so
I'm not
she's
part of
watching.
everybody.
So happy birthday, Beyonce.
I'm not part of everybody. I
Oh,
guess.
you're a beehiver, huh?
So you kind of talked a little bit about the event that happened this weekend, but I've kind of noticed that there's so much going on right now. It used to be you would look for something, to do, and like E said before the show, there's so many things right now going on that you almost need to get it in front of you.
Right.
Like the event yesterday, I didn't know anything about it until it was almost over. So a lot of stuff is going on, and that's what we're going to try to really start bringing on a Tuesday. If you have an event or if you have something that you would like, spoken on that is coming up, we would be more than happy to do that. The next event coming up, I believe it is September. When is our next event? Our Neutral Voices in the Bright Point event. Is it September
September
19th? So this is the third part of a 4-part series. If I can remember correctly, we're going to be talking about, was it budgeting?
Budgeting.
Budgeting. So September 19th at the
Summit.
At
Here
the
on
summit.
Lucasville.
This will be our third. Each session gets a little bigger, so make sure that you do pre-register so you can make sure you have a seat, because we had a full house last time.
Yeah,
I mean, there was
last-
standing room.
Yeah, and it's a good seminar. We had one on. I missed the one, the first one,
Mm-hmm.
the opening one, but the one on banking was very informative. And then we're gonna do this one on budgeting, and it's just to come out and get a new mindset of how you do things. You know, budgeting is a thing that cripples a lot of us because you don't have to spend every dollar you make. And then you got to learn how to spend and how to budget. You know, it's okay to live, but you got to live within your means. A lot of us try to live
Above.
You know, we see the Joneses. It's keeping up with the Joneses. You know, I make a good little change, and he make a good little change, but he do. And I don't know how he budgets his money, but he got a new car, so I go get a new car. I put myself into greater debt instead of, you know, trying to live within my means. And that happens to us a lot. Credit card debt is one of the things that kill us. I think credit is the next one, but budgeting, because we think this credit money is, you know, free money. We use
You gotta remember, you gotta pay it.
yeah, and then the interest is on there. Most of them are, you know, a lot of us don't have the best of credit when we get those cards. So what do?
Yeah.
We use those cards with 39% interest on them. And then we're wondering, we only spent $35 on this. Why is the we
Bill
gotta-
$75.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's funny that you say that, because at the end of the day, I think reality is that the Joneses are probably broke too. You know, it's like, it's a facade. It's whatever we kind of put forth. So your Joneses may be in worse shape than you are.
Yeah, but as we said, let's plug that again. On September the 19th at the summit down here on Calhoun Street, we're going to have our 3rd-part series. As we, ONV, has partnered with Brightpoint. This seminar topic will be budgeting. So come out, register, check our website, and it'll tell you how to register. It has a site where you can go to, or a phone number you can call and come register. And register early, because again, as Jill
Yes.
said, the last time we had to bring in chairs and we were still standing room
Yes,
only.
yes, absolutely. And that's great. That's what we want. And it's all ages. You know, whether you want to show your, you know, children, have them sit through a class, or your teenagers who are going to be annoyed to be there. But we did have some teenagers there last time, and they actually really enjoyed it. So it is an all ages free event, and we usually have, you know, some drinks, some snacks. So we'll see you there, and we'll talk about it more as time goes on. This next event coming up, I'm super excited about, but I've never been a part of. The Black Business Card Party, held at the Fort Wayne Coliseum, actually this Saturday at 5:30. Now, I know that, I don't know how many of these have been done, but
They do it every
I
year.
feel like the last several years, so I feel like it's a consistent thing, but I've never been. And before we go any further, have either of you attended this event?
I was at the first couple, and I think the first one, I don't remember the venue, but the second one was it was a Martini Bar at the time on State Street. But it's not, what is it, Nick's? What's
Yeah,
the name of it?
Nick's.
Nick's. It was at Nick's Martini Bar. That was the second one I went to. I vaguely remember the first one in the venue. But what it is it's a networking thing. And I think Big Keith and Zach, what was that?
Briggs.
Zach Briggs, yeah. I think they had a lot to bring this together. But it was a networking event where, you know, if you were a black business or a small business, you could come and you could network, and you give your card, and you met all kind of people doing all kind of things. And then it just grew and blossomed until now I think it's at the Coliseum,
Yes.
which is gross. So, yeah.
And I was reading a little bit at the bottom, like you said, networking, art gallery, so a place for people, you know, local artists to showcase, the red carpet cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, door prizes, dance floor clearance, free headshots. So it sounds like a pretty cool thing. And also, this says that it is celebrating HBCUs. So let's talk about that for a second.
Oh, you know, that we can talk about that.
I know
all
you
day,
guys
all
can
night.
both talk about this for a very long time.
Yeah.
But
Now,
HBCU, hey, listen.
you got an HBCU student right now.
Yes,
don't you?
sir. All
you
day and twice on Sundays.
HBCU pride.
Yeah, both my kids gonna have to have no other choice.
There's no other choice.
There's
No
no-
other choice.
I feel you. I feel you.
I mean, It's a great experience. If you had never been to one, I would tell you it's one thing that I had to tell my daughter about an HBCU. It's going to be a culture shock.
It is.
What do you mean by that?
It is. Well, okay. Generally, you think you come from an environment where a lot of people in your environment or your area do similar things. So you figure people that look like you do everything like you do.
Like you.
You get there and you really, Southern black people do something totally different than Northern black people, East Coast black people. I mean, you see the diversity
it's a melting
within
pot.
our own selves.
So, hold on. Something caught me. So I don't feel. Do you really feel that people who look like you act the same way as you?
A lot of times we do. I'm generalizing. You may have, but generally you think because you grow up around the same people, same neighborhood, everybody do the same thing, and it just seems like everybody's the same.
Yeah.
But then when you get to the diversity within ourselves, it's just because look at a lot of the media and the things that happen, and they portray us as a common thread or a monolithic kind of society among black people, and we are culture, multifaceted. We are a great diverse culture, but you just don't realize that. Until you see different points of view.
It's just like, put it like this. You come from a small school.
Mm-hmm.
And at your school, you're the man. You the top dog until you get around more people, more top dogs like you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just like, oh, well, this person's from New York. Their whole thought process and their whole way of movement is something totally different from what I'm accustomed to seeing in Fort Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
So you got, like you said, you got people from all over the United States that are same color as you, somewhat in the same financial category as you, but move something totally different.
Really? Has your daughter? Do you think that she has noticed? I mean, has she said anything as far as like you said, you put it, the culture shock, like at the beginning?
Yeah, she figured it out because, like I say, you coming from Fort Wayne, you going to another city.
Yeah.
Now you got cats from New York, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta. You got different black people from different cultures, a walk of life is in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to figure it out. Okay. Which way do I lean towards, or how do I move? So it's a culture shock.
Very interesting.
But in here's a bad thing though. Many times HBCUs are minimized. Mm-hmm. They're not seen in the light in which they are. You think about the people that came from HBCUs, Dr. Martin Luther King. Thurgood Marshall. You got so many people that have come from HBCUs that are amazing people, and they cast them in the light like they're like a minor league or a smaller school. But Howard has produced so many black entertainers and actors. Mm-hmm. If you're a black entertainer or actor, look at Chadwick Boseman, Felicia Rashad, Denzel Washington. So many people went through Howard. And most doctors, black doctors,
go through Howard or Fisk.
Go through Fisk or Meharry.
Yeah, Meharry.
Meharry, which is a black, So HBCUs are amazing. And me and Eric was talking about this when we were coming on the air before we came on the air. A prominent man just proved how much talent that HBCU can bring. Who was that we were talking about?
Talking about Deion.
Deion.
Yeah, he brought his luggage.
He brought his luggage. What does it mean by that? Do you watch college football?
Well, he brought
Billy Jill?
Notre Dame. Are they college?
Yes, they're
I'm just
college.
joking. I know
But
that.
he brought his HBCUs students that he was at in Jackson State,
yes.
and they figured that they could never amount to playing on that level, and dominated the game.
See how excited they get to talk about this?
Yeah. I mean, it is.
We're educating. We're always educating. Speaking of education, wearing white after Labor Day.
What is that?
What that mean?
What that mean?
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to figure out what's the purpose of that.
You never heard that?
I've heard it, but
What's
So,
the purpose?
this-
it's because it's supposedly
Bad luck.
no, it's going into the winter and you don't.
Well, there's actually a deep, like, of course they said there's several different, whatever, ideas of it. And I thought what you thought. Well, when I dug a little deeper, which is why I wore glitter today, because you'll see. So, I don't remember, it actually said that nobody knows exactly where this dated from, but many thought it was the changes of seasons. Don't wear white, you don't want to get your pants dirty, this and that. No, it was actually, whenever it did start, the rich people who got to go to, let's say, the ocean or someplace where it was warm, they were allowed to wear white because it was more of a status symbol, saying that they had more or they were superior. Coincidentally, they chose white. So that's interesting. But it did say that people who were, poor or couldn't go on vacation or whatever were looked down upon if they wore white. So basically, you could not wear white after Labor Day unless you had money.
Why can you wear white and you broke and nobody knows you didn't have money?
And who cares? I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever.
I'm gonna be pressed out in white and have about 3 nickels in my pocket. Come on now.
But people think
Matter of
it's
fact,
serious. Like,
I'm wearing my all white linen short set this weekend.
Man, I'm gonna be pressed out in white and have 3 nickels in my pocket.
Yeah, I mean that don't make sense.
no, and these little old ladies, they'll say something to you like, "You're not supposed to wear white after
I
Labor."
wear white anytime I want to.
Right, just weird. So I thought that was very, very interesting, especially since you guys both have white on.
Why you jump from white when we was in the middle of talking about Dion?
Because you guys do not get 25 minutes to talk about
don't tell
the
us when
HB. Yes, I do
no, you
tonight.
don't. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
But-
See,
but-
he knows. You're going to keep going.
But
One more thing. Go ahead.
Did you look at the stats of Shador?
What is it, 512 yards?
510 yards.
Yeah.
He had 4 receivers
In 100 yards.
and 100 yards or more. Man, you can't tell me that is not a top tier quarterback.
Yeah. What was funny is, and we'll let Jill get back to her because she cringed, but
So?
the young man, Travis Hunter,
Travis Hunter played.
this dude text or tweeted out before the game, Heisman Trophy loading, and everybody said there was a bunch of hype, and this man went out and played 100 and some odd snaps.
144 snaps.
Yeah.
Played on both
HBCU
sides
proud.
of the field. Man,
Think about that. Also, Dion graduated from HBCU.
Yeah,
I think he graduated from,
from Florida State.
Know where he graduated from?
Which one?
Talladega.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Really?
Talladega.
Hmm.
Talladega College.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Very
I heard him. I heard him say it.
I'm going to go. I'm going
But
to go.
I heard him say he did graduate from an
Talladega.
HBCU.
Yes.
I mean,
This
hey,
is Tuesday night sports, and you never know what. Speaking of sports, I might as well throw in there. Who is this coach that everybody's like freaking out about? Like, I saw a bunch of posts that are like, I'll recognize his name if I hear it. It's Coach something, and there's a lot of drama with him right now. And I know that's not a lot of information, but I thought you guys would know.
a coach with a lot of drama.
Right now, like it's
Right now.
really. I'm gonna have to look it up and ask you guys. I thought you knew everything going on about
That's a
sports.
lot of because there's a lot of stuff going on. Because we could talk about Jason Terry.
We're not going
who's, saying that he's still the watch. You just don't give enough information for us to have this conversation.
Oh, I have plenty of information.
Then help.
So, anyway,
Tell us if you got plenty of information.
What are you
Tell us.
talking about?
So you talking
I
about?
can't. I would have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up.
All right.
Maybe I'll look it up while you tell us what we're gonna talk about tomorrow.
What we're going to talk about tomorrow, and this is a very, very thing that we make fun of a lot of times, E, but it's a very serious thing.
No.
If you look at the numbers, black men within our age group, and now they're saying this a little earlier, between 45 and 60, lose a health battle because of just neglect of not, taking care of themselves. What we're going to be talking about this week, tomorrow, is about prostate cancer. We lose so many people to prostate cancer from a simple exam if you could go do the exam. And I'm going to bring it to you tomorrow. There's an easier way now, but we're going to talk about the effects and how we're losing people to prostate cancer only because we're not taking the initiatives to be able to go and get ourselves tested, go to the doctor regularly, and find out where we are health-wise.
Yeah, a lot of that too, we're going to talk about preventative before it gets there, just like Clarence was saying. I mean, there are certain things that you can do regularly that you think is a waste of time until you catch something early and have a better chance of, taking care of it. And men are horrible at that.
Well, do you know how that test was? It's different now. Do you know what the test was?
I don't have a prostate.
Okay. So you can.
Do you want to talk about other kinds of tests?
We can equivalate that, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack about this because women are gonna say no, it's no different. But if you want to make an equivalent, because I've never felt any pain like this. Y'all say labor is bad. Get that prostate exam for a man. Oh man.
Did you have to have an epidural for your prostate exam?
I wanted one.
But did you have to have one?
I asked for one.
Just imagine a doctor with
3 fingers.
hands as big as mine. That's not comfortable. That's not natural.
Yeah, but on a serious
That's not natural.
But on a serious note, it is something real serious. And, other things is that, we're going to talk about tomorrow is that people are forming groups. Men are forming groups that they are holding each other accountable for going to these things. And it's just something that we need to talk about in our communities, break the myths and, stereotypes, and really take control of our health and the sight of our health.
Mm-hmm.
For September, is that a health month? Is that what we're talking?
Well, it's actually September is actually a cancer awareness month. Now, everybody recognizes October for breast cancer, but most cancers are recognized sometime within September. But then there are a few spread out throughout the year, but September is a cancer awareness month.
Gotcha. So definitely check us out tomorrow. And thank you for being here with us, and thank you for entertaining me tonight and giving me a lot of sports information. I always look forward to that on a Tuesday.
Really, Jill?
I absolutely do. But we do thank you for being with us. We hope you join us tomorrow and the next day. But also, we have some awesome news coming up within the next few weeks. We have a lot of events that we're going to be talking about, including our own. So make sure you do stay with us. Follow us on our YouTube channel, and I believe that's just under Neutral Voices or Neutral Voices Media Group. So definitely do that. And you guys have anything you would like to close out with?
We good.
Okay. Well, like we always say, E.
Always protect your mind.